Hello and welcome back. This time in our How to Beat Boss Guide series, we are taking on Lost Lace. This fight can feel extremely difficult at first, one, because it's fast, and two, because Lace is actively countering what you're trying to do in your position in the arena. So, game plan here, we are going to fight fire with fire and beat Lace at our own game. We are going to be letting Lace be the proactive one in this fight, reading her moves and then attempting to counter those instead of allowing her to counter us. So there is a bunch of different moves here, but the name of the game basically for all of these is going to be the same. Allow Lace to make her move, evade, and then get your hit or two in after Lace's move is done before she gets to the next one. There will be times, because Lace has a lot of movement in this fight, that she ends up quite a distance away from you. I do not recommend just dashing up to Lace and then trying to get that swing in. Oftentimes you will get met with a 3-hit combo and get punished for doing that. Instead, if you need to close distance, I would suggest, if you're close enough, using your claw line. That way you are getting some extra hits in regardless, and you are ending up above Lace instead of to the side where she can punish you with a 3-hit combo. If you are too far away to close distance from a claw line, highly recommend just staying away and waiting for Lace to go for their next move and punishing that one. Always make sure you're healing whenever you get the opportunity. Oftentimes, the safest way to do this is to be up in the air right after Lace starts an attack animation that isn't going to hit you where you are in the air. Lace's attacks tend to have fairly long animations or be fairly long combos. So even without an injector band or anything modifying your healing, you can get a full heal off up in the air as long as you wait for Lace to start an attack animation first. Getting into this second phase, Lace is going to get more moves. I just want to talk about a couple of them specifically because they are different than her movement-based ones. So when she shoots these orbs and it goes for saw blades on the ground, try and stay middle and stay airborne. Reason is, and same thing with the tentacles coming up from the ground, you have less movement available to you without getting hit if you're staying on the floor. So you want to get airborne and try and stay in between those. And if you need to, if Lace comes for you, you can always parry in the air. Second note I wanted to make is you will see this attack that shoots at you from orbs in the air. Keep moving laterally when that happens. If you go vertical, it will almost always hit you, but as long as you're moving side to side, even if it's just a walk, you will generally be able to avoid all of those shots. Next thing I wanted to talk about is this AoE where you see these bright orbs popping up in the air. This will never combo with another one of Lace's moves at the same exact time, because that is Lace catching you in the air is what that attack is supposed to be. So as long as you stay in the negative space in between these orbs, you're generally pretty safe. Now those spaces aren't very big, so I recommend just finding a spot and standing still, letting the attack finish before resuming any other movement. Otherwise, make sure you're making use of any tools, silk skills you can. You can make this fight tool spammy using Architect Crest if you want to go that route. I didn't do it here because I kind of want to show the pattern and the movements of this fight. But as always, if you found this helpful, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more content. And as always, let me know in the comments down below what you liked, didn't like about this fight, and what you want to see next on the channel. I'm going to cut it here to avoid any spoilers for the ending, but y'all be good, hang in there, and you got this. I'll see you next time.